Hi, good evening. It is March 18th, Saturday night. I have a little time tonight, so I thought I'd do my video. My name is Ann. This is Stitching in Hand. It's a channel about cross stitch. Welcome if you're new. Hope you'll stick around, subscribe, ring the bell, all that stuff. Like the video if you like what you see. And if you're a returning subscriber, thanks for coming back. So I had a busy week. I took Monday off, which was nice. My husband had his appointment with his surgeon following his surgery. It's been 6 weeks. Yeah, 6 weeks, that went by quick, right? So he starts physical therapy next week, I think, because he's considered healed now. So it was a surgery on his back. So he'll start physical therapy to do stretching and that type of thing, I guess. So that is a positive sign. And let's see, what else? Oh, then on Monday we went to the Botanic Garden. That's not too far from here. And they had this, once a year they do an orchid show, which is amazing. Just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of varieties of orchids, and displayed in very, unique ways. This year the theme was, I don't know what they called it exactly, but they had these big magnifying glasses in front of some of the orchids so that you could, really see the detail within the plant and within the flower itself. So we're fans of orchids, although we have trouble growing them sometimes. I say we, I have nothing to do with it. I am not the plant person in my house. My husband does all the plants. He very much has a green thumb. And yeah, so, but there's just, we don't seem to have a good spot in this house for, a good area where the light is right. I know orchids, you have to find spot where they're happy and then leave them alone. We haven't quite found that yet. So so that was that. And then my daughter's birthday was this week, and now that she turned 19, so she was working and she had class, and then she had work in the afternoon again, and then she had a meeting after work. So sadly she didn't get home till, I don't know, 8 or about, yeah, I think it was about 8 o'clock. So it was not a typical birthday for her, but that's, as you're getting older, not everything shuts down and stops on your birthday, like you gotta go to work and all that stuff. So anyway, it was fine. Today we ended up celebrating a little bit more. We had also gone to a little play that my great nephew was in. So it was cute. It was the Wizard of Oz, and he was the Tin Man. So he did a great job. So it was fun to see him. And then we went out for dinner with my daughter and her boyfriend after the play. So anyway, so we're all settled. They are gone, and my husband has gone upstairs. And so I thought, well, I'll do my video right now. So I have some good stuff to show you. First, I'll start with my works in progress. I don't think that I worked on this one at all this week, but I'm working on Oh Joyous Day by Blackbird Designs, and I've joined the sale that I don't know who's hosting it, but anyway, I don't think I did anything more than last week. But I have it out again because I got sidetracked, and I'll show you in a minute why I got sidetracked. But anyway, this is what I had done last week, I think, and this is what I still have done. So I'm liking it. I do have some areas that I need to tear out, but that's okay. The other one I worked just a tiny bit on was this one from the Blue Flower Wildflowers. Yep. Wildflowers. I needed some floss for this one, so I stopped, but now I have the floss. So I just did a little bit more here, and I think I added this and finished some of those flowers up. So yeah, I'm excited to get this one finished. I think if I work on it this week, I probably will have it done by the next video, hopefully. But I got quite a few finishes. That's all I really worked on this. Well, no, I did work on one more, but I finished it, so I'll show you that in a second. Also among my finishes, I had finished these before, so I think I showed you. Ink Circles, Reflections of Ireland. And since my daughter's birthday is right around St. Patrick's Day, and she loves the color green, and we're Irish, partially. I framed it for her birthday. And this is just a little frame I found at Hobby Lobby. It's not a great frame by any means, but I am really going with that idea of I'm just getting projects finished. I'm just gonna finish them in some way instead of rolling them up and sticking them in a drawer. And I'm loving it. I'm so inspired to just finish stuff. This is great. This is what making these FlossTube videos has done for me. It has inspired me to finish my projects completely. So this is the one I was just saying. Oh no, not this one. Well, I'll show you that one at the very end. I'm really excited about that last one. Okay, the next one I did, well, I had finished the stitching a while ago, but I finished the project, is this one, by Lizzie Kate. This came in a little kit, so it was all, oh, I think I didn't say what this one was. I know I've said what color I used before. I want to say this was Forest by Valdani, I think. And it was an Irish linen that I stitched it on, 32 count. This called for was 32 count lamb's wool linen and then all the DMC. Anyway, I finished this and I put it on a little board. But I'm really happy with it. And I have it, I had it up in my sewing room. So I'm so pleased. I'm just pleased that I'm finishing these things that have been laying around for ages. So the next one that I finished, I made a little trip to Hobby Lobby this week, and I was just looking for some frames, and well, I found that one for the Ink Circles one. But then I also got this. So wait, let me show you it's a Lizzie Kate Seasons. So I had stitched all 4 of these, and I didn't really know how, I didn't have anything in mind of how I wanted to frame them. But then I came across, well, first I came across this little mat, and I thought this is perfect. You know, it's, it works well with it, and then it works nicely with this little frame. So here's the exciting part. And it's a little bit of a cheat, I think. Maybe you'll disagree. But, so I ended up getting this mat. I'm just pulling them apart now. And this mat. And what I did was, it is cheating. It's definitely cheating. All I did was I put interfacing on the back, and I cut them to size, and I stuck them in the frame. And they all fit in the frame, actually, which is nice, so I don't ever have to look for them. So let's see, this is summer, you know, summer, maybe I'll use the red mat, maybe I won't, maybe I'll use the blue. The blue would work, I think, with summer. Yeah, I think I like the blue better. And it just fits, you put it in the frame, fits right in the frame. Perfect, easy peasy. You know, I thought, why not? I think it works well, and it works for me, and I'm pleased with it, and it saved me tons of time. And you know what, I'll change them out 4 times a year. They're not gonna get dirty, they're not gonna get, you know, the edges aren't gonna ravel or anything, because I'm not gonna be handling them very much. And they all fit. I can fit them all inside of this frame and then put the back on, boom, done. So that's what I did. I don't know. Tell me if you think I've cheated. I don't really care. I think I've cheated a little bit, but that's okay. As I say, so I'm putting out spring because I want it to be spring because it's freezing. Oh my goodness. Today, I think it was a high of 25 today, or I don't know. It was just, and 25 is not even that cold. I mean, we're used to it, but the wind was just brutal today, and it's difficult. It was really, really cold and not pleasant to be outside. And I took my dog, my other dog, Bella, who is a German Shepherd. She's been getting quite a bit more attention these days since she's now our only dog. And I took her out for a walk today, and it was a fast 10-minute walk because it was so cold. I said, come on, we gotta go home. Speaking of Bella, she was just outside. Our yard, our backyard is fenced in, so we put her outside for a little while, and my husband went out to get her, and he yelled at her, and I thought, well, what did she do? She never does. Now, Charlie used to get in trouble all the time. He was always like he'd find a skunk, and he'd find possums, and he'd find baby rabbits. He was just like a little scavenger, and he just found everything and killed everything that not everything, but he was a dog. But Bella is not really that way. Well, there she's standing at the back door with a possum in her mouth, like a big, good-sized possum. So he told her to drop it, and she dropped it, and then the possum looked very dead. And as he said, oh, he's probably playing possum, I guess is what they say. So he stood there for about 5 minutes waiting. You know, he was inside the door, and you could just see the possum on the sidewalk outside the door. And after about it didn't move. And then after about 5 minutes, it stood up and started walking away. But it was injured. So I will see if it's still hanging around my backyard tomorrow morning. I have a feeling it might be. And then we'll have to, I don't know what we'll do, but it's kind of gross. But that was very unusual, not like Bella. But you know, again, they're animals. They just do what comes naturally to them. So anyhow, maybe she picked up a few bad habits from Charlie. Oh. Okay. So this is the one that I said I was going to start, and I started it, and I finished it, and I fully finished it this week. So excited. This is from Jardin Privé, Garden of Spools, and I'm not going to try to say it in French. You can see it there. I changed the colors just slightly because I didn't have the exact DMC. And I stitched it on 32 count Belfast linen. So I am really excited about this one. Look what I did. I made it into a project bag this afternoon. I love it. I am so thrilled with it. It's the same project bag that I've been making, although this size is a little bit different just because I didn't have enough fabric. And I wanted this to be the same width on each side. So my other project bags are a little bit wider than this one. This one is almost square. And then I have just orange polka dots on the inside, or white polka dots on orange fabric on the inside. But I'm so happy with it. I was thinking, oh, what'll I do with this? I'll frame it. I'll make another one of those little flat board things. But I thought this will be perfect on a project bag. It's a perfect theme, and I'm so pleased with it. So, and the fabric, it's just a little, I don't know, little brown, some kind of quilting cotton. I used to belong to the, the subscription from Fat Quarters shop where they'd send fat quarters. I think I've said this already. And I did it for a year. I think I had 2 subscriptions. One that was, by the color, like 1 month it would be blue, the next month would be red, whatever. And then the other was by a particular designer, I think, or vendor. And those were more bright, I don't want to say psychedelic, but they were, I don't know, just they weren't typical, you know, quilting cotton, I guess. I don't know. Anyhow, I'm done with those subscriptions because I had it for at least a year, both of them, and then now I have plenty of quilting cotton, quilting fabric. So, excuse me. So, I'm very happy with my finishes. Oh, I have one more. Oh no, I showed you that one. The one that I made for my daughter. I also said I was not going to buy anything this week. I lied. Well, that was my intention, but I ended up buying a bunch of stuff. So I got an order from 123 Stitch, and it came quickly. I got this Teresa Kogut. I've always really liked this. I should have taken it out of the plastic. So I bought this and all the floss. It's all Weeks Dye Works floss. I'm gonna just stitch it on a piece, you know, something I have upstairs. I don't know what fabric I'll use yet, but here's all the floss. So I have that I'm gonna, you know what? I think this one just might go in my new project bag. I think that would be a nice, since I have all the floss, I just need to find the piece of fabric. Okay, also got from Primrose Cottage Stitches, this little number. I know, what does it say? I would rather be stitching. They did say that there was a, quite a bit of a bee theme this year at Nashville Market. I like bees. Oh, here's another one. Oh no, that's not really bee. So two of those are bee themed, but this other one I got was from Heart and Hand Everyday Things. I love Heart and Hand. I think their projects are so sweet. The everyday sweet little things are the most beautiful. Friends, family, home, nature, stitch. Yeah, that's cute. The little words are in there. And there's a tiny little wooden heart on the back. Not on the back, but you know, included in the package. So, looking forward to doing that one. Here's another little Heart and Hand I came across that I liked. So I picked it up. Like those little, is there a possum on there? No, don't see one. But you know what? Thank God that possum wasn't a skunk, because that happens just a little bit too frequently around here. And there's nothing worse than when the dog gets skunked. Ugh. Thankfully, the times that Bella and Charlie both had the opportunity to be skunked, Charlie was usually the one that would get it, and Bella was usually smart enough to get away. But like I said, Charlie was a little scavenger, and he would just go after whatever he could. So he'd get skunked all the time. But then he was small enough that you could pick him up and bathe him in the hydrogen peroxide and that whole recipe, skunk removal recipe. But still, it's and I don't know what I would do if Bella got skunked, honestly, because I don't even want to think about it. I'm not gonna manifest that. Okay, here's another one, Heart and Hand Floral Etchings. This is another new one from them. I did the ones, and I showed you the 4 that were in Primitive Needle and Punch Work magazine. One was a cardinal, fish, owls, and a rabbit or a hare. Kind of a similar style to these. And those I did separately. And I'm trying to figure out what I can do with those. I want to finish them in some way, and I was looking at them today. I don't know what I'm going to do. I feel like I need to put them all on one. I need to put them together somehow. But if anybody has any marvelous ideas, tell me. Okay, this one, I've never seen this before. I don't think it's new, but I don't know. I'd have to open it up here. But it's Bend Creek and it's of my love, be sure. And I'm gonna make this for my husband. As I have said, we celebrated our 30th wedding anniversary last year, and you know, I had some that he doesn't really care, right? But I'm gonna make it, and I think it's pretty, and it has a nice sentiment. So I saw it and I thought, I'll make that for him. Okay, a couple of other little goodies that I got. Got some needles. You know, does anybody have an opinion on needles? I've tried like lots of different needles. Now these seem kind of sharp, actually. I felt like these wouldn't be this sharp. They seem really sharp. Tell me what your favorite needles are. I've tried so many different kinds, and I don't really have a favorite. You know, and then once I take them out of the package, I don't remember what needle it is. Sometimes I feel like I'm constantly, so I stitching in hand, on Instagram too. Sometimes I am poking my finger constantly, and I'm trying to remember what project I was working on, and I finally decided it was the fabric that was doing it, because the fabric was such, I think it was like a, it wasn't linen and it wasn't Ada, what do you call it? Like Monaco or one of those. But my needle kept going piercing the threads, and so there was, I don't know, it was driving me crazy, but I kept poking my finger. Like I had a sore on I don't know, was it my thumb? What was I poking? I can't recall now. But I was blaming the needle and the fabric, and I don't know. And I thought, well, maybe I have a sharp needle here instead of like a ballpoint needle. But these are supposed to be ballpoints, and this is Peacemaker's Tapestry Fine Sewing Needles, size 28. I thought that they would be a little more ballpointy. Oh, look, there's a whole explanation here on the back about needles. Well, sharps. Sharps are for general sewing, so this is not, doesn't say sharps. It says tapestry on here. Tapestry for cross-stitch, ribbon, and well, so I guess they're ballpoint, but I don't know. Anyway, if you've got a favorite needle that you just love, tell me what it is. I also bought a little pair of scissors. I have one of these. I have a nice, you know, like a nice little, is it Ginger? Nice pair of scissors. And then I have, not that these aren't nice, but you know, expensive pair of scissors. And then I have a couple pair of these. These are great. They're super sharp, and they have a little cap on them. So they work very nicely. So I thought I'd pick up another pair of those to throw into another project bag. And then I thought, oh, how about getting a little scissor sharpener? So I've never used one of those, but I wonder if it will work on my big scissors too. Yeah, I guess. Not designed for pinking shears, obviously. Serrated blades or razor edge scissors. I don't know what a razor edge scissors. It's a trademark. I don't know what that is. Anyway, I'll give it a try. So that's all my haul. Oh, I was expecting a package from, I did order some stuff from Colorado Cross Stitch. There was there'll be a delay on that, and I'll be getting that hopefully by Monday or Tuesday. And I ordered, what did I order? I ordered one pattern, and I ordered 1, 2, 3. I ordered some of that Lady Dot Creates trim, because I just want to try it. But it wasn't Lady Dot Creates, it was Colorado Cross Stitcher brand. So, I mean, she puts it together herself. And it was a little bit more yardage, I think, for the same price or slightly lower price than Lady Dot Creates. And I thought it's probably very similar. And I don't really care if I have the name brand or not. So I'm going to give that one a try. We'll see. I ordered 3 different colors. I think I got a blue, a pink, and a green. I don't know what I'm going to put it on. But we'll see when it gets here. And I ordered something else, I think, from her, but I don't recall now. There are a couple other patterns that I wanted to get from 123 Stitch that were not in stock. I wish that you could on 123 Stitch or anywhere. You know how on 123 Stitch you can, if it's out of stock, they'll say, you know, notify me when it's in stock. Well, I've done that many times, and then sometimes they notify me, and then by the time I get back to it, it's already out of stock again. Now, that's not their fault. It's my fault for not being more Johnny on the spot. But I wish that I could just order it, even if it's out of stock, and then when you get it, just send it to me then, instead of having to go back. You know what I mean? I don't know. Because I had my eye on like 4 or 5 things that were not in stock, and I don't really want to place 4 or 5 separate orders and pay shipping each time. I'd rather just have one order, send it all to me when you get it. That's fine. But I don't know. Maybe if I just sent them an email. Maybe they just do that for me. Do you think? I don't know. Yeah, so I spent a little bit more money this week than I had intended. But you know what? Now that I'm finishing all these projects, I'm feeling not so guilty about that. Let's see, what else? Okay, how about these flowers? Don't you love them? Let me just show you. Oh, anyway, these are my favorite flowers. Astromeria, I think they're called. I get these all the time at Costco. They're pretty cheap, and they last forever. So if you are looking for flowers just to have on your dining room table, I love having fresh flowers in my house, and my husband is really good about bringing me flowers. It's nice, you know, but I always tell him, don't bring me roses, don't bring me, just get me these, because these last. I bought these at least a week ago. They'll last like 2 solid weeks. As long as you remember to put water in the vase, because every once in a while I forget. Like right now, let's see. I can't really see it very well. And this is a dark vase, so I can't really see through it. But yeah, they definitely need to have water, otherwise they die. But they're I love them. Now, you probably all know this already. I'm just telling you stuff you already know. In case you don't. Okay, I have one book today. 1 Hour Cross Stitch. This is an Oxmoor House book. I don't know, does Oxmoor House still exist? I don't know. This book has a lot of 1-hour projects, a lot of small projects. Let me just, wait, there's a page. I should mark these pages. Why don't I do that? Okay, here are some bookmarks I noticed that were in here. They're kind of cute. I like the one with the pencil there and the apple. Or no, yeah, a pencil, apple, crayon, and a little ruler. Let's see. What else do they have? They have some little, oh, I gotta cover up the charts. Little tea towels there. And I'm sorry if I showed the chart on the last one. I didn't even notice. Apologize. You know, I'm showing the charts. Never mind. See if I can. Why are the charts all on the same page as the projects? Oh, here we go. This one's better. No charts here. This gives you an idea. They're just little tiny things. It's an old book. I don't know. I don't even know why I hang on to these old books, because I'm probably not going to stitch anything out of them, yet I keep hanging on to them. Some napkins, or those little bread basket things. What do you call those? Oh, that's an apron. No, that's not the bread basket thing at all. Just ignore what I said. There's also a oven mitt up there. I wonder if that's like an actual oven mitt that came with Ada on it. Remember, you used to be able to find all that kind of stuff? Like, you could find bibs and, what else did they have? All different kinds of things. I don't really see much of that anymore, although I'm not really looking for it, so maybe it's out there. And I just don't know. All right, here's a few more towels. So, anyhow, this was one of those books that I got at one of those used book places. And when did they publish this one? 1992. It's an oldie but goodie. So that's it. So again, really happy with my finishes. My favorite is my project bag that I'm going to show you again, because I'm going to be showing everyone this all week. Anyone who wants to see it is going to see it, whether maybe even if they don't want to see it. But I'm just so excited about it. I think it looks great. Pretty happy with the job I did. And then when I was doing the inside with the orange fabric, I realized I didn't have enough fabric, so I actually had to piece the fabric together, which is fine. It's the inside. What difference does that make? But it's good. So anyway, that's it for me. I'm going to try to get this uploaded tonight, or hopefully by tomorrow morning. I have to do a little editing, of course. Did I promise to put any photos of anything in here? Because I was watching a video. My video editing skills are not great, because I just haven't really spent the time to watch enough YouTube videos to figure out how to do it. So last week, I know I put pictures of, I think I had pictures of the dog, and I think I had pictures of the dress that I made for my daughter. She looked really cute. They looked very cute together. Her boyfriend kind of had a matching, not a matching jacket, but his jacket was kind of a greenish, and I don't know, they looked really cute, but it was freezing the night of the dance. So of course they want to take pictures outside, and first they had their coats on. I said, okay, quick, take your coats off. We took like 2 pictures. We're like, it's done. It's too cold. So anyway, so I know I put pictures in, but I didn't really put them in the way I wanted, so it was kind of a weird transition in the video, and so I'm gonna try to improve on that. I do it on my iPad, so it's a little it's not great. It's not the perfect setup, but you know, work with what you have. So that's all I have to say for today. Thank you for joining me. I hope you stuck around this long. If you did, thank you. Please subscribe, tell your friends. And I know I forgot something, but you know, have a great week, and we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.